What is going on, everyone? This is NinjaGeek here, and please stop comparing Call of Duty to other video games. Now, specifically in this video, I just wanted to make the comparison between Call of Duty and Overwatch, but this could go for pretty much any other game because of the examples that I'm going to say. But let me first start off with the fact that you can compare Call of Duty to Call of Duty, right? Because Call of Duty is always been Call of Duty. So, for example, it is generally criticized by the public, the title Call of Duty Ghosts, because it wasn't that great of a Call of Duty. Comparing it to Black Ops 2, I don't think that Call of Duty Ghosts would stand a chance. And there's a valid comparison, because both of them are Call of Duty games. There's something to compare between each of them. But when you get outside of Call of Duty games, and games not even meant to be in the same type of game as Call of Duty, people still compare it to Call of Duty for whatever the reason may be. So I'm going to come out here and explain my valid argument as to why you need to just stop comparing Call of Duty to other video games. Mostly I'm going to be talking about Overwatch here, because all of the time in comment section of videos, people are playing Overwatch, obviously since it came out this year. And people are still enjoying it and loving it. But then you have comments, oh no, Overwatch is a kid's game, Overwatch sucks, it doesn't have perks like Call of Duty has, it doesn't have weapon attachments, you can't change your class system, so the game sucks. Now, I'm completely fine with an opinion, but that's not an opinion. That's just criticizing something that should not be. So, for example, let's start off with taking two very close items that lots of people can recognize, the potato chip and the apple. So take a bag of potato chips, right? And just imagine the bag of potato chips to be your Call of Duty game. Any Call of Duty game you want, just the series itself, Call of Duty. And then take an apple and picture that as any other game you want. So for example, I'm just going to use Overwatch here because this is what I'm going to be testing, but you can use any other game you want. So, for your entire life, you have been loving potato chips, okay? I mean, I'm not saying that if you'd like them right now, I'm just using it as an example, okay? So you've been loving potato chips all of your life, right? And pretty much a lot of people do. Potato chips are amazing. They're salty, they're crunchy, depending on the different flavor that you get. Potato chips are awesome, right? But then one day, your mom comes home, and she doesn't bring home the potato chips. She instead buys apples instead for you. And she says, here, try out these apples. She doesn't force you to try the apples. She's not, like, cramming them down your throat. I'm saying, she says, here, little Jimmy, try out these apples. And, of course, being the little Jimmy you are, you say, okay, what's wrong with trying out these apples, right? I mean, the apples are still food. The apples are still something you can eat and consume. They're still something that, it's going to solve your hunger problem. So it's not like you're being fed a brick or an inanimate something that just is not food, essentially. So, so basically, you eat these apples, right? And then after that, after you eat some of these apples, and I'm not saying that it's right away that you come out with these statements, but you start eating the apples more and more, and then you say, these apples just suck because they're not salty and crunchy. They suck. These apples need to be salty and crunchy. You cannot make that sort of statement, because apples are never meant to be salty and crunchy. They're meant to have a sweeter taste. Some of them have a sour taste. They're meant to be more tarty. The apples are a fruit, and potato chips are a snack. They're not meant to be the same thing. However, both are still food. But the apple is completely different from the potato chip, and it's meant to be that way. So coming out here and saying that you don't like Overwatch because it doesn't have a class system similar to Call of Duty or something like that, that's a valid argument, because you personally like the Call of Duty system, the way that they do it with the perks and the create a class and the weapon attachments and such. But coming out here and saying that Overwatch specifically sucks, or any game specifically sucks because it doesn't have these items that Call of Duty has, that is the invalid argument right there, and that is what we need to stop, because so many people, they criticize these other games for not having what Call of Duty has, when in reality, every single game isn't trying to be like Call of Duty. A lot of them kind of are nowadays, but with Overwatch, it's definitely not trying to be like Call of Duty, just because, of course, of Call of Duty's success. But you have to take into effect, yes, both the potato chip and the apple are both food items, but one is a snack, one is a fruit. The same thing goes with Call of Duty and Overwatch. Both of them are games. Both of them are even FPS games, but one is a team-based game. Overwatch is a team-based game heavily oriented on your team and heavily oriented on picking the heroes and learning each specific hero to the abilities that they play out on, whereas Call of Duty is more of just an arcade fun shooter that you can hop on, and it really takes no skill at all to be able to do good or bad. Within Call of Duty, you just need to know how to work around the map knowledge and the spawns and all of that within Call of Duty, but overall, yes, both are FPS games, but they're not the same game, and they're not trying to be the same game. So, saying that you don't personally like Overwatch, or even the other way around, saying that you don't personally like Call of Duty, you can say that. You can have valid arguments that you don't like a specific game for yada 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 reasons, but you can't say that the other game sucks because it doesn't have these features, and that is exactly what I'm trying to bring around. So I hope you did enjoy the apple to potato chips example. I hope I tried to come out here and explain to you why you can't do this with the comparing Call of Duty to other video games, because it's just, I see it all the time, and I just think it needs to stop. But that's it for this video. If you did enjoy, you know what to do. I'll see you on the next one. This is NinjaGeek. I'm out. And peace.